Hello, it's a great day. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm barefoot getting a suntan, no chem clouds, and I'm eating asparagus. It's popping up, and a lot of the plants that I had overwintered have come out this week to get the first of their real sun. Tomato sprouts, golden Italian pepper sprouts. I did 2 different kind of tomatoes. I'm trying to live in 2 worlds now, not knowing if I'm going to be relocating anytime soon. I want to have some stuff going, but I can't do too much in case the move does happen. So we'll see how it goes. This place has just been insane with butterflies and all kind of bees, wasps are out, and flowering is going on. The activity is nice to see with the sprouting too. The peas are up, and I'm going to take you out back and look at the bumblebees going at it already, making sure that my Romanesco broccoli sprouts are pollinated and viable. And I'm not going to be able to save the dinosaur kale sprouts because these 2 will cross. And there is good growth on that Florence fennel. And I'm not quite sure how long the lettuce is going to make it because we are heating up quick. Same thing with all of the spinach that sprouted. Beautiful blossoms on the strawberries, little strawberries starting to form. And it looks like, hear how noisy it is? Active, and I'm getting bit by a fire ant, so it's definitely spring. It's very noisy with all of the birds. All of the transplants, the lettuce, volunteers, escapee, endive, all took very nicely. And a friend of mine said that the endive, the rare French variety that you see here, is pronounced di mou. It's a little nuts. Here we have the spinach sprouts. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that through the cage and with the lighting, so I'll go this way. It's going to need to be thinned. Here's my lonely chamomile, Roman chamomile. The strawberry patch and the lettuce patch looks a lot better now that I did some cleaning of the leaves. But look at all of the blossoms. Just came up so quickly. I know everybody is raring to go that's into the gardening. Nice green and growth showing up on the Egyptian walking onions. And I suspect that the cress is going to be going to seed pretty shortly here. Good perennial. I'm going to try to keep underneath the basil plants watered. Not for the dried out plant that's there, but for all of the volunteers that are going to be coming up underneath. That is for certain that is going to happen. They're already starting to happen in the pots up front. I guess because of the additional heat coming off of the deck and the protection of the pots. They were first to show up. And I'll get down here and show you the tiny little pea sprouts. There they are. And I'm not going to pronounce that name. I'll probably type it into the description box. some of these varieties. I just don't dare try to speak them. Cilantro, excellent growth on that. Looking really good. Can definitely use a thinning here. I got some clusters that showed up, and there's the strawberry patch out here where you could see the babies already forming. Lots of cress in the ground, and I'm surprised I'm not seeing any growth on the kale that was still left in the garden. But we did get some growth, noticeable growth on the onions and the leek. And I'm just so tempted to just start throwing stuff in pots. And there's the onions starting to really take off. Now these aren't the walking onions. The walking onions are over to my left. And on my way out of the garden, I'll give you a shot of that patch. These are just an Italian purple and white onion. They're biennials, meaning you have to pull up the bulb, let it rest, cold storage, and then replant it. And then the second season, it'll give you the seed. So there's more cross, and that is really, you know, I'm pretty sure that's even going to survive some very, very cold temperatures. And the lemon balm in the back of the garden is starting to take off too. I really don't think any of the pepper plants are going to sprout back, all of the Cal Wonders that are back here and up front. But there are what looks to be, it could either be kohlrabi or broccoli, and I'm not sure about that, but a couple of them made it through. It's probably kohlrabi now that I'm looking at it due to the spacing. Nice endive, arugula flowering, and the tobacco starting to grow up. That Sensations mixed color wasn't good for a tobacco leaf. The leaves weren't big and broad, nor was it good for seed because, I mean, if you're not going to get a big tobacco leaf, plus it didn't produce a lot of seed. That's just for show. It's good for pollinators, but I will definitely, if I'm staying here, I'll definitely pull all that and start a new variety of the tobacco. All right, what else can I say? Bear dog is with me. Hi, Bear. Tail wagging. That's what I like to see. She's going to be suffering. Even when it hits that 75-degree mark in the house, she just becomes so lethargic. I feel sorry for her that she might have to go through another summer here. Shit, I feel sorry for me if I have to go through another summer here. This place is brutal. Yeah, everything has its pros and cons. It's good to be able to grow something and have these perennials. But then you have to deal with an incredible amount of mosquitoes, fire ants, creepy crawly bugs everywhere, and fleas and ticks that don't die back with the cool weather like they do in the north in the colder climates. It really keeps those bug populations in check. Down here it's just year round you're gonna find something still moving. And action on the fig. And I'm really undecided how to handle this. I'm thinking I might go get a big pot, the biggest I could find, and pot it again. I had really wanted it to take root and do its job. But I'm not leaving this Italian fig here if I move. It's coming with me. I left a Texas everbearing behind at one of the other places. And I just can't stand doing that anymore. So much effort invested. All right. I'm going to get back to work. I'm still drawing. Big surprise. Until I really kick it into high gear with the gardening or the move, I'm going to just keep myself busy on the easel. And the news is I had to let go of the agent. It's just too much trouble. And all of the artwork is artist direct, handled by me again. And that's the only way you're going to be sure that you're not going to get a print, because I'm sure that I had uploaded by mistake some huge files to the internet, which would actually turn out some really decent prints. I learned how to reduce the file size now to kind of protect that. I don't authorize printing of my work. Alright, enough of my babble. I'm going, and I'll talk to you soon. Arrivederci.